Today I'm going to show you how to set up the Meraki trucks. Recently one of our fellows posts that their bearings has been destroyed. Well, there can be a couple of reasons why the bearing inside the truck are ruined. The first reason I mentioned in that post is that probably the nut right here that hold the trucks together, if he tied it too tight, it can hurt the bearing and make it ruin in a few places. So today I'm going to show you how to set up this nut properly. The main concept to set up this, not too tight and not too loose. First of all, let's see inside of the truck. Going to remove this. This is what we are going to talk about today. And let's see the bearings. There are two bearings inside of the YOW truck. The one is smaller, the upper one, and it is, let's see, we can see that this bearing is number 51100. You see that there are oil in here. We use grease, and what we decided to use is the white grease, is the super lube. Well, to maintain or to maintain how the bearings works normally, we just put in some grease. You can use other oil, but the grease is the one that will live longer, can be very long. That's for the upper part. Let's see the lower one. The lower, it has one size bigger. Let's see this spring right here. This bearing, the first one is 51100. This one is 51101. So it's one size larger than the upper one. I'm going to put in some grease, just like this. Okay. Now, if you notice this washer, there are two washers, right? One is going to have larger hole, and another one is going to be smaller. The larger hole needs to be on the bottom. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Zoom in, close up there. But if you put the upper one instead, it's going to be more fit. Like this. See? So we suggest to put the larger one on the bottom. Like this. The bearings, and the upper one, like this. And then when we put the spring, this is very new. Normally, the factory should put in already some grease, but right now we're going to add some more around the spring, because when the torsion spring, when they works, it's going to be hot. You're going to generate some heat in here. So if we put around some grease, it will help it last longer. I'm going to put back the spring into its place. Now let's see how should we. Here's the spacer is in here. Just leave it there. How to tighten? How much are we going to tighten this nut? This is the main thing we're going to talk about today. Well, the way to notice how tight it is by doing like this. If it moves, if it shake like this, it means it's too loose. So you have to tighten it in and check. This means it's still loose because we wanted the system to be compact. All the surface of the bearing should be touching together all the way. So if you're playing with this setup, it can damage your bearings because the weight are going to the weight is not shared among the bearings. So we still need to tighten in more. Still a little loose. This is better, but it's still a little. So I'm going to be tighten a little bit more. Okay. Now it's not loose, but let's see if does it bounce properly? It's too tight. Let's see if I tighten it too much. Let's see. You can see that it's not bouncing at all. It just stopped right when I press it. When release it, this makes the bearing being squeezed, and it can make the bearings breaks in a short period of time. So I'm going to loosen it out a little bit, but not over loosen it. That's it. This is the sweet spot for setting up the Meraki truck, which is not too loose and not too tight. Well, you can test by when we press it and release it, it has to bounce freely, but not loose. Right? I hope this clip's useful to you all, and see you next time. Bye.